Hello, everybody. Welcome back. The first time that I interacted with you on this platform, talking about my dream and the mission that I am into, the journey that I have decided to take up for myself, is a journey for the blind children, and also a journey for the lonely, aged people. Now, I shared certain views with you, what I have in mind, what dreams drives me forward. Now today, in my journey, which is called a vision of hope for the visually challenged, and a hand to hold for the lonely aged. That's my vision. Now, in this journey, I'd like to share with you my why. You must be wondering, what that means. Now, whenever we do something, whatever be the thing, whenever we do anything, so long we are on this planet Earth, we have three things. We have our why, we have our how, and we have our what. Now, why is basically the purpose, the inner purpose that we want to do what we do. How is how we visualize or how we make it manifest in reality. And the what are the things in nitty-gritty that we need to do in order to achieve that goal or that dream of us. So these are the basic things, three things that drives us in whatever we do in our lives. My why is not to give eyes for the blind children, or give company for the old age people. No, that's not my why. My why is to give happiness and joy to the children, to see the world, to see the colorful nature, and to give happiness to the lonely old age people of feeling wanted, to have a feeling of belongingness, to know that they are still loved by somebody. So that's my why, right? Now, here through these videos, I would like you to identify your why. Those of you who are watching this video and who had possibly watched the earlier video also on the same subject, they are somehow encouraged or motivated to resonate with the idea, with the purpose that I'm talking about. Because see, irrespective of where we come from, what language we speak, what are our economic conditions, what are our educational background, which religious or political beliefs that we believe in or follow, irrespective of that, we all have one commonality, and that's we are human, and we have the feeling of others. That's why even when we watch a movie where we find somebody in pain, somebody suffering, tears roll down our eyes. That itself shows that we do have a heart inside which feels for others. Even if that person is no way related or connected to us, we do feel for him or her. That's what joins us, makes us a common human race, to feel for others. So we all have this inner hidden desire of doing something for others in whichever small way we can do. We possibly may not be able to make out how to do it, but we know why we do it, because we have a feeling for others. So as I said, let me repeat myself. My why here is not to donate eyes, or not to inspire people to donate their eyes, or to give company physically with the old age people. My why basically is to see the joy and smile on the faces of the children who can see the world, see the beauty of nature, and the happiness of the old age lonely people to know that they are not alone. They have somebody to speak to. That happiness of belongingness, that happiness of being wanted, being desired. So that's my why. So I would appeal to all of you to try and identify your why, your purpose in life. That will make the starting point for all of us taking the common journey together. So I would like to join me if you feel like, not because of what I believe, but because of what you believe. It's because of your belief system that you believe that you want to do something worthwhile, add value to others' lives. That is why you're here. And we can jointly find out how to do it. So next comes is how. Now the how that I have in mind is to see a world which is full of children who are blessed with the gift of God called sight, eyesight. There are no children who are visually challenged. And to also see a world where the lonely people are not living a lonely life. They have somebody to hold their hands on to. That's my how. That's how I want to see the world. Now, all of us might be having different hows. Each one of us who are actually now involved at this point of time might be thinking of different ways of doing it. That's fine, perfectly okay. So long each one of us are clear about our whys, why we want to do it, what we want to do now, what we're talking about, everything will fall in place. Trust me. And for this how, because it's such a big mission, such a big journey, such a big dream, which cannot be made a reality on one or two persons, I want to make it a movement involving all of you, all of your hearts, all of your soul. And that's where the why matters. Once our why is clear, we can all join together and we can work on the how by exchanging ideas, exchanging views, exchanging methodology. We can work on hows. And that will naturally lead to what we need to do to make it happen, to make this dream a reality. So that's my invitation to you, that if you at all find any purpose in what I'm saying, in what I am believing for myself, and if you can really resonate from the core of your heart to my passion, to my dream, to my vision of life, let's all be together. If there is one person who is watching this video, starts thinking differently and maybe, start something, whatever in smallest possible way he or she can think of, at least start thinking how to do it. I would consider myself really fortunate because I know that I'm successful in changing one man's thought process, which will add value to millions of lives. Let me share with you a very small story which I heard long back, but which had impacted me tremendously. There was on one of the beaches, sea beaches, and all, very early in the morning when the sun was just about to come up. People were jogging and doing exercises and walking and all. So a young person was just jogging briskly. And then he came across an elderly person, standing on the shore close to where the water trickles down and then recedes, stooping, picking up something, and throwing it into the water. So he got curious and he came to that elderly person and found that that particular area was full of thousands of starfishes who have been driven ashore by the seawater. So they were lying all around. Some were possibly dead, some were still alive. So what this elderly person was doing is he was picking up one starfish, throwing it back into the water, stooping down, picking up another one, throwing it back into the water. And he kept on doing that again and again and again with thousands of red color starfishes lying all around. So this young person asked that elderly gentleman, "What are you doing?" He said that, "I was trying to see if I can at least save some of the starfishes by throwing them back into the water. Otherwise, on the dry beach, they'll die eventually without any water." So this young man says, there are thousands of starfishes, as you can see here. How many of them can you really pick up and save them? Maybe 10, 20, 30, 100? But there are thousands. I mean, how many more you think you can save and the balance will die? What difference at all does it make to the starfishes if you throw them, throw tens or twenties or hundreds back into the water? The elderly gentleman stoops down, picks up another starfish, throws it back to the water, and said, "For this particular starfish, it makes all the difference. It makes the difference between its life and death." End of the story. So what I'm trying to convey to all of you is, try and identify your why. Let's not think of how many we can help, how many people we can impact their lives. Let's not think in that way. Let's start with a small vision, with a small dream, with a very small mission of saving or helping at least one child, at least one lonely senior citizen. That will be the starting of our journey. So if you, at the bottom of your heart, really find anything worthwhile and can resonate with what I'm feeling at this point of time, resonate with my thought process, I would sincerely invite you to come forward and join this movement and try to make it a success. One will be two, two will be four, four will be eight, and then will be hundreds. We can make a difference altogether. Let's now start with our why, thinking of why we are here, why you had spent 13 minutes of your precious time watching this video, whether it triggered you to think something differently, think something more empathetically and in a more soft and sympathetic manner for those less fortunate people who are living on this planet Earth, and whether we can really do something about it. I'll come back to you once again with some more statistics about the visually challenged people, the old age people in India, in the world, and where we can possibly make a start. But let's identify each individual our own why, and then our individual how together. Let's join hand.